Hey, welcome back. This is Pricode channel. If you are interested in programming, productivity, digital nomad, just click down below on the button and then click on the bell so you can be up to date to everything a lot over here. Today is our final video on our WordPress plugin development tutorial. I'm going to just keep it simple and just trying to give you a couple tips about how to make your code comments, which is pretty important in your developer career, not just for WordPress, for Laravel, for Java, whatever you want. You need to keep code comments all the time. And also how to create a better file structure for your plugin, because sometimes it can be a little bit bigger and it's a little bit harder to try to keep it simple and easier for you to read the code. So let's gonna compare this water code right now. Okay, so the first thing, I use Sublime. Not sure if you use VS Code or Beam or any other, but one of the things that I like for Sublime is that Sublime, you can install many plugins, and the simplicity of Sublime is what it really, makes me love it, because I handle everything on my fingers. I don't need to use any mouse at any point, because I can just simply create attachments to the, shortcuts. So in this video, the idea over here is that we need to try to keep it simple, our plugin, and we need to try to keep it commented. The importance of comment the code is, in any project that you want to do, no matter WordPress, Laravel, Rails, Closure, Java, whatever, you need to keep it documented. Because I can assure you that if you make any code today, you're not gonna understand it tomorrow. That's a law of life. So it's important that you keep it easier. And Sublime has an plugin that we are going to install over here, and it's easier. It's easy to make the comments over the function. So it's gonna install over here, and the name of that plugin is Doc Blocker. Just so for that, you use Ctrl+Shift+P, and then you type, let me try it again, install package for the package control. Okay, and then you can install the Doc Blocker. So it simplifies how to add comments to C++, C, ActionScript, CoffeeScript, PHP, and JavaScript. So it's a bundle, like an all-in-one system that you simply add a couple lines, and it gives you easier system for your comments, which is better than the PHP doc that it has Sublime, that is not that cool. And this one, after this, we can, for example, extend an HTML version of all our code. So you can keep it an API online or local for you. So it's pretty cool. And after I install that, okay, now it's installed, I just simply type slash asterisk, and then I click enter, and it brings everything from what the parameters it has, and also return a type. So I'm going to give you an example over here how it is. And let's see, Pricode moves shortcode callback. So returns a grid of movies from as a shortcode, for example. What type of parameters it has? Parameter number one is ads. So the type of ads is an array, and the description for is shortcode attributes. Content should be in a script, because it's an empty script over here, and this is the content between shortcodes open and ending. Opener and ending. What kind of return it does is, you can say this in HTML or string also. That could be a string. Formatted HTML of shortcode. So as I have done this, I go to all of the functions that I have created on the plugin and I add comments over there, all of them. We should go all of them. I'm not gonna do it in this video because it will take me a little bit, but in the final code that you're gonna get on GitHub, yeah, you're gonna get it almost any line commented. It's important that you keep that in mind, that everything that you do, you should try to comment it. So I'm going to do another example over here, and also I'm going to then clean a little bit our code and the list and the files and the structure that we have, so we can finalize this video and this tutorial for you. So on the add shortcode, it's like adding movies as shortcode to WordPress. Okay, here I can, for example, add this comment, and it could be something like default attributes of the shortcode. You can add things over here like for each, if you don't know what the post is, so you can simply say something like iterate post return from get post, and then you can add something like printing info, printing post info. You know that this looks like kind of silly, but it's important for all of you to try to keep it all. I mean, to try to keep your comments well written on the plugin. I mean, plugin, model, theme, any project that you have. As I said, you're always gonna forget what exactly any function or line it does. Okay. So okay, I did this for the shortcode, and let's then try to clean up part of the model that we have. Okay, so now I haven't done the git commits in a while, so I'm going to just simply make a git checkout B. I'm going to make another video about Git, so you can keep it all. You know, I'm gonna leave the link above, and the idea is I'm going to create this for okay, let's gonna name it something like WordPress tutorial final video, and I'm going to say git add everything, git commit, languages is one of the things that we added before. Shortcodes, widgets, what else we did? WP tests, WP code standards, and other stuff. There you go. Okay, now I have these files here, and for a final version of the plugin, we don't need all this information, so we can just simply eliminate many parts of this. Or we can try to keep it like in a different version, you know. So for example, we don't need the bin. we don't need the, not here. I mean, not exactly that you don't need. You need it for your development, but you don't need it for the final version, for the version that you are going to promote to the client, repo public, whatever. So I'm going to delete them, but I'm going to keep it in this branch, eliminate it, but we can create another branch called develop or whatever that's going to be there just for future purpose. The test, we don't need it. I don't think that we need the vendor, but maybe you need some vendor sometimes. PHP documenter, this is for the PHP unit. We don't need here the Travis. Gonna refine this. Just gonna refine this. So let's gonna eliminate the class that we are not gonna use the test. I don't think we're gonna need the vendor, to be honest. Just gonna review the code, but I don't think we need it. Not for now. I mean, not for this version master. I mean, we can keep it if we want it, but maybe the client isn't gonna need that. Well, you know, we can keep it for us. And editor conf, no. PHPCS. Travis. Let's see, Travis. Composer JSON, composer log. We are not gonna use grunt in this version, and we also do not have package JSON. Let's see what we have on package JSON. Yeah. And that's it. Okay. All right, PHP unit down. And we can keep the PHP unit XML here. Yeah, for the testing. And that's it. So why I did this, I mean, I just want to give you an example how important is, I mean, to keep it your, sorry, one sec. This one. So for the version that you are going to deploy for the user, it's important that you keep, you keep out these files, because well, your real core is all of these 3 files. So as always that you are going to add new, files or libs, I always tend to add, for example, I don't know, let's see, helpers. If in a helper, you can add files, something like PHP, I don't know, like an auxiliary functions, functions that makes small things that you only need over here. So for something like a function, change name, I don't know, something like that. And this change name, it returns whatever. It's gonna add it like this. So it will be helper.php. And you then can, you can then make an include over here for your helpers. Helpers PHP. You can also create something even better for this, because for example, imagine that your plugin, it gets so big, so now you have libs, you have classes, you have libs, you have helpers. So what you can do over that is you can create the folders, and inside of that you can create an init. So instead of doing this that I'm doing over here, I'm going to just simply create a new file and I'm going to say php init.php, and I'm going to tell lib init.php. One sec. And I'm going to say new folder. I don't know, libraries or widgets. And I can move this leave widgets. One sec. Let me give you the idea over here so it's not confusing for you. Lives, shortcodes, PHP. Oh, what happened? Oh, sorry. So new folder, shortcodes. Rename shortcodes. There you go. Okay. So imagine that we have 10 widgets, one widget for the movies in this case, and another widget for the actors, and another widget for the directors, and another widget for genres, and you don't want to create all the widgets in just one file because that's not gonna be easier for you to try to follow up all the plugins that you have. You can create all the classes over here in just one file, but it's stupidity. So, okay, let me give you another example about the classes. And the same as the other one, you can, with dog blocker, you can add your comments over here. Class, something like a latest movies widget. Okay? So on my main file, I can just simply say, hey, you know what? Give me all the inits of them. And I'm going to then change this name to widgets for latest movies. There you go. And I'm going to then copy this here to widgets, and I'm going to say this latest movies.php. And I can add another file over here with the same class, but I'm going to say latest actors, something like that. Just to give you the example of how important it is to keep clean your file structure. So latest actors PHP. Let me rename this too. I don't want to use this underscore here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Latest actors. So here on the init, I'm going to say something like a widgets, and I'm going to then include them like a lib, like a widgets, latest actors PHP, and then latest movies PHP. So if I have, 10 widgets, I can just simply underline this. Under this line, I can just keep it all of them, and it will be easier for you just to try to initiate all of them, Same for the shortcodes. I'm going to then delete this file, and I'm going to say shortcodes. Well, we can have something like, it's gonna rename it to admin shortcodes. Just giving you an example over here, or something like category shortcodes. And I can then just move this to here. Theory shortcodes. So let's say that you have just shortcodes for any specific categories that you have on your site or whatever, and the same, you just simply include what you need, In this case, it's going to be the shortcodes. Category This is just all for the examples, you know. It's not exactly what we're gonna do, but I just want you understand what really you need to try to keep your system clean, you know. So as you can see, all the libs are going to be initiated by only this file. So the same for the helper. I can just simply create something like a, I don't know, something like a new file. Let's see, admin helpers, something like that. Admin PHP, and it's gonna rename to front PHP. And the same, I can create the initiator over here. So PHP, init PHP. And I can say here, instead of calling all the helpers, I just say helpers init. This is just on a style, you know. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but well, it's a part of how I will continue doing bigger sites. For example, if we want to clarify this, for example, on the show form, this is the form that we have on the admin. So this could be a helper. This could be inside of the helper. This could be inside of the admin helper. You get my point? I hope you get it. If not, just leave a comment. And you can simplify and make better the code of your main file. Helpers, languages. Something like this, it can also be on the helper for the admin. You know, and you can try to just move all your functions to split it in several files. Include, one second. Include admin PHP and front PHP. And here init libraries. And I can do something like a helpers init, lib init, okay? And you can just, as I said, you can just simply move functions to other files, creating more structured directories and files. You can also, for example, create another folder here called something like a classes, and you can just simply create an initiator over there for all the classes that you have. That's, I mean, it looks silly and dumb, you know, but it's cool to have your code clean, and it's important to have it, because as long as you have it clean, you have it cleaner and neat, it's easier for you to extend it and make it bigger. So that's it. I mean, with all these tricks, you can create your own plugins. It will be cool if you have any plugins that you want to share on the comments below. I mean, that will be awesome. And that was our WordPress tutorial. I hope you like it. Well, we finally finished our WordPress plugin development tutorial. I hope you have liked all these videos that we created for you. In here, we just talked about how to add a couple comments, how to structure better your plugin, because as I said on the video, it's like if your plugin gets bigger, it's a little bit complicated to try to follow up the structure of it. So it's important just to try to keep it simple. This is just like a bootstrap for all the persons that are just starting on the WordPress development. Remember always to add comments to your code. No matter what technology you use, please leave comments. If you have any questions, okay, leave a comment below this video. If you think this video is useful, share. It really helps us to bring more content like this. And if you like the video, just give a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.